Trick or Treat has been one of my top 10 favorite horror flicks since I first saw it back in high school, and I've always wondered what story would the director Michael Dougherty tell if he were given the chance to do a sequel. Well, apparently we not only got the answer to that question, but we got it 10 years ago and in a graphic novel no less. And you can bet your bottom dollar that I picked up this bad boy as soon as I found out about it. And one of the coolest things about the omnibus is that the first half is essentially just the film reworked into the graphic novel medium so that you can kind of reframe your brain into that format going into the sequel. And for me, I really enjoyed it. I thought it worked really well. It kind of reminded me of the Avatar: The Last Airbender graphic novels, where the story still comes through beautifully, but the scenes are definitely truncated and the dialogue is subjugated to leaving in what's really only absolutely necessary. But all that said, the sequel itself, Days of the Dead, is a fantastic follow-up to the film, and I am just so bummed we weren't blessed with this one in the theaters. Days of the Dead is comprised of 4 chapters that each contribute to this really unique spin on the anthology gimmick from the first one. Instead of following different sets of loosely connected characters within the same town, we are following Sam himself through a chronologically progressive timeline. With Chapter 1 being set in 1640 and Chapter 4 being set in 1955, the only things that these chapters share is thematic storytelling, Sam himself, and a narrator. In fact, each chapter utilizes a completely different and unique art style from the ones before. And speaking of the narrator, I just absolutely adore the framing device that this sequel uses, with a grandpa teaching his granddaughter about Halloween, about the traditions, and about fear itself. Similar to how the original film Trick or Treat employs different age groups within its storylines to represent different outlooks and perspectives and experiences with the holiday of Halloween, I feel like the different combinations that the 4 chapters offer here will allow for anyone and everyone to truly resonate with at least one story. Personally, Chapter 1, titled Seed, was my favorite, but I still found a lot of enjoyment with different elements from the others. It's obvious how much creativity and passion is put into this project, and I just have to say that if you are at all a fan of the movie Trick or Treat, you absolutely have to do yourself the service of checking out the sequel. But I want to hear from you guys. What are some other great horror films that got sequels in other mediums, or what are some other films that you are still waiting on for sequels? I'm looking forward to checking out all your recs in the comment section. I'll meet you guys down there, but in the meantime, never forget to always check your candy.